Shalom, call all y'all about Sheen on Shah. Shalom to the look. I just happened to get online just to check some of my messages and emails and stuff, check out the news. And I happened to scroll down and I seen this right. Now you have a lot of people bashing this guy because he been being fruitful and multiplying, which is nothing wrong with that. Scriptures clearly say be fruitful and multiply. You have a lot of deadbeats running around that don't take care of responsibilities. And let me see what the scripture said about that. It's the book of 1 Timothy chapter 5, verse 8. Let's see, let me go down to the actual one I want to go to. Now it says, but if any provide not for his own, especially for those of his own house, he have denied the faith and is worse than an infidel. You have a lot of guys that run around to be like that. When you have a man that's actually in position to do that and take care of different households or take care of a different woman or different multiple kids or whatever, this westernized way, but look at that like it's something crazy. Now I happen to see this comment right here. The guy was like, will he raise them as anti-Semites? Well, the word is not Sem. The word is Shem. You had the sons of Noah, you had Ham, Shem, and Japheth. And you can't be anti-Semitic if you descend from Shem as well. That don't even make sense. That's the type of stuff they like to try to push. But that's another topic. The main thing I want to get into, though, still so out of order. You really have women that'll be considered just baby mamas and actually be out of order instead of still being in order. There's a time where men had multiple wives. I remember hearing stories about some of my great grandparents or great uncles and stuff like that. They actually conducted themselves in a biblical manner, though, where they wasn't just running around just wilding out, doing whatever the fuck they want to do outside of the household. They was making sure they were taken care of, kids were provided for, the women had what they needed, had shelter, protection, and all that stuff. But as you scroll down, though, I ain't gonna scroll down too much. You got just different stuff, different comments. Like this one right here, I see it says, nipple cool tigger, but they're just trying to be funny. Say some ratchet brothers draft all too willing young women into polygamy. And that word was created by Esau, that polygamy word. Let's bet it. Let me pull that up just to see the exact year that word was created. And it's funny, I wasn't even looking for that. It say origin of Yahweh, but his name is not Yahweh, it's Yahweh. I know Yahweh. Let me go into this. Go into this word real quick. Scroll down. It says, you got 1 year that says 1852, but let me do some fact checking real quick. See when this word actually came into play. But they weren't calling this back then, calling this that word in biblical times. Alright, it says polygamy comes from the late Greek word polygamos, meaning often married. And how do you get married? It ain't no get down on the one knee and give a bitch a ring. That's some fake, made up shit. That's what Esau created during the Roman time. When you get with somebody, you're supposed to stay with them. And when a man get with a woman, that's supposed to be his woman. She ain't supposed to be running off, jumping from dick to dick or whatever. And see, the way a man carry himself is not the same way a woman would carry herself. That's why you have a man and a woman. Everybody have their own roles. But this society teach you otherwise. A woman do what men do. Well, if he can do it, she can do it too. If that was the case, a woman wouldn't carry a baby for 9 months. Only a man would be able to carry him too. But if that's not the case, all the other stuff, they just excuse and let little nonsense go on. Anyway, it says, while viewed as controversial, in the Western world, polygamy is a custom that's been practiced by humans throughout history and is still practiced in many places. And that's just a word, like I say. Esau created this word and put this word out. That's not what it was actually called. Let's go back a little bit more. We got the 1590s. It says from the late Latin polygamia, I should say. We got the Greek polygamos. So it says recorded since 1591. So around that time frame, that's when they actually started bringing that word in. So way before this stuff been going on, and they wasn't calling it that. But now you have people looking at this like this some wild thing. See the Most High gonna set stuff in order. And I've been seeing some of the different stuff happening lately. I just realized like how true, even though I already knew, but I realized even more how true the scriptures are, and how stuff are really just coming to fruition out of nowhere. I ain't gonna read all these comments. You got a bunch of people just bugged out on here. I just happened to get on here, check on a little bit of business stuff, and just see random shit. And I happen to see that trending. Let me pull some more presets, and I'm gonna end this off. I don't want to stretch this out too long about this. Just something that stood out to me early morning. It's in the book of Isaiah. Isaiah, the whole book of Isaiah breaks down a lot of this stuff real clear and thorough. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 22, it says, "A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten in his time." So, you mean to tell me people gonna go outside what the Most High wants us to do when this time comes? Ain't gonna be no, oh no, I don't like the way God doing that. I don't like the way He's setting it up like that. I ain't cool with that. That's wrong. They ain't going down like that. And the only way a little one become 1,000. He ain't even do that with no one woman. It says a small and a strong nation. Ain't no one woman finna birth no strong nation. They ain't going down like that. And see, these type of scriptures, pastors won't go into because most of their congregation, which is mainly women, they gonna leave because they ain't gonna hear this. That's completely against the westernized way of living. When we from the east, we not from the west. Let me pull some more precepts. Let's see. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 4 verse 1. And this gonna happen real soon too. I know stuff seem all sweet and extra peaceful, and you got Esau giving out funds and all type of other shit. But when shit really start hitting the fan, this was gonna happen. And I've been hearing a little stuff too from people I know personally, and then ask me about, like, mainly women. They ask me, can they bring their homegirl or their cousin or something like that? Do I want to meet them, trying to enter? Just little extra shit like that. But I don't play into it because I know sometimes there be other hidden agendas behind it. So you got to use wisdom and discernment, even when this do take place. In the book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1, it says, "In that day, 7 women should take hold of one man." And it's not talking about just 7 women. It could be 7 women. It could be 17 women. It could maybe just be a few of them. It could be 70. Shit, you might be in the city and most of the men get wiped out. And you got all these women, they still running around looking for help, and they end up running to you. Like, recently a situation popped off, and I had minding my fucking business, and a woman ran up because she was in distress about something. I wasn't trying to be no superhero and save eyes, but I did watch it play out. We pull this other precept. Let's see. We found this precept in the book of Isaiah as well. Book of Isaiah chapter 32 verse 2, it says, "And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land." And that's how it's going to be, because women, they're going to see certain men, they're going to want to flock, they're going to wonder why certain stuff ain't happening to you. Why you still healthy and everybody dropping from some type of plague, how you still be able to eat, how you still be able to flourish, how you still be able to have that glow to you. How could when Esau roll up on you and try to deal with you, they don't fuck with you, but they'll fuck up somebody else? They're going to flock to that, because women like power. They like stuff that's in order, even though they ass be out of order. So this scripture right here definitely going to come to fruition, especially if you carry yourself as a man of Yahweh by Shem Yoshua. Pull another precept, and I'm just in this off. It's in the book of Isaiah, chapter 13, verse 12. It says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man in the golden wedge of Ophir. And women, hey, the extra attention I've been getting lately, I be trying to hide out. It's like, you're going to have to be, man. You're going to have to try to hide out from the women. They're going to be so oppressed. Because a lot of these dudes be a bunch of simps. They're a bunch of cowards, beta males. If you carry yourself as an alpha male, like the scripture says, the righteous are bold as a lion, but the wicked flee when no man pursue. If you being a bold man and carrying yourself like that, people see that, man. They pay attention. They listen. So they know what's up. And then when they hear you calling on the names, how about Shin Yahusha, they actually see stuff manifesting around you. They really gonna take note. And predominantly the women gonna take note. They gonna be trying to choose up real heavy, man. So you out here, man. When you see little shit like this, don't get distraught or whatever, feed into that feminine shit. You know, gird up thy loins like a man. So like I slip with the tongue, but hey, I was thinking of the right stuff. Gird up thy loins like a man, not demanding. That's what the Most High said to Job in the book of Job. So I just want to bring this out. I don't want to run this out. It's edifying. Call out Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Shalom to the Lord.